Pinching pennies in the land of Lincoln. We've told you about how businesses are handling the penny shortage after the mintage of pennies was halted in November of last year. Marshawn Gunn talked to a Moline coin collector who tells us about where those newest pennies may be going.
Rich Holman knows pennies all too well.
Well, pennies have always been interesting because that was our first coinage in the colonial times.
But now, no more pennies.
2025's was the last year that they produced the penny.
Holman says it's nothing new.
We've had other coins that have ceased to exist. You know, we had 3-cent nickels. We've had half cents before. We've had 3-cent silver pieces.
But what is unique? Where they're going.
Are people hoarding them? Yes. And rightfully so.
The U.S. Mint says in 2025, up to 1.3 billion pennies were produced, less than half of what was minted in 2024.
Which is still a lot, but it's not the billions and billions like they normally meant, and everybody's hoarding them.
There's other reasons why Holman says less coins could be out there.
The government may have kept a lot of them and melted them back down to keep the copper for different aspects that they need.
But he says the likely culprit? Collectors like himself.
It makes sense, no pun intended.
Businesses like Quickstar are already feeling the shortage, rounding down purchases that don't end in a multiple of 5.
To get the amount of pennies that we need, it just wasn't feasible, just because the banks that we work with couldn't get their hands on it, meaning that we couldn't get our hands on it.
But for Holman, it's prime time to find those pennies.
So is there a market for it? Absolutely. Will they increase in value in years to come? Absolutely.
The only question, how much will they be worth? In Moline, Marshawn Gunn, WQAD News 8.